Hello, this is Michael Sherman, Gardening with More. I said that too fast. Anyway, it's a lot to say. So we're working on Carolyn Thomas's easy homemade fermented mayo. I was looking for a recipe that lasted longer than a week or a couple days for mayonnaise. That way we don't have to make it every 2 days to stay fresh. And so I found this one which lasts like 3 months. Let me see. How long does it last on here? It says, I don't know, it lasts a long time. At least 3 months, 3 to 4 months, something like that. Anyway, that's perfect. So we make this one all the time. So let's get started. Very simple ingredients. You do need, the difference with this mayonnaise and other recipes is you have to have fermented, real raw fermented items. You only need the juice. You can use the juice only. I'm using the juice and the fermented garlic, fermented salsa, and I'm trying it this time, fermented onion. So, but you have to have raw ferments, otherwise it won't work. It'll just go bad. It won't be a good mayonnaise. Let's get a jar. This is a pint jar, I think, or quart. What is this? I don't know. I don't even know what this is. Wide mouth quart, I guess. 4 cups. It's a quart jar, I guess. Okay. So 2 eggs. Add all the ingredients. So you have 2 eggs. These are my farm fresh eggs from our backyard chickens. It's safer to use farm fresh eggs for raw items than it is to use store-bought ones, because these aren't washed until a few minutes ago. 2 teaspoons of mustard. I'm using our homemade mustard. I tried out for the first time. It's a little strong tasting, but I'm gonna try it in the mayonnaise. 2 teaspoons. And you don't have to be totally exact on some of this stuff. It's pretty forgiving. Sticky mustard. Alright, and then 1 teaspoon salt. Oh, it's gonna be sticky salt too. There we go. Same one as a mustard. A little bit more. Okay, about a teaspoon. Okay. And then 4 teaspoons lemon juice. Oh, I don't have the lemon juice already. Let me get that real fast. Okay. So we read our, I don't have lemons, I have limes. Calls for 4 teaspoons fresh lemon juice. I'm going to use lime juice because why not? Actually, it makes more sense because I'm going to add cilantro to this for the first time. So cilantro and lime goes together, I think, better than cilantro and lemon anyway. So 4 teaspoons. I don't know how many lemon or limes that'll be, but let's see. 4. 1. I leave the pulp in. 1, 2. So it's about 2 teaspoons per lime. So, or per half a lime, I should say. This doesn't take very long. I'm making this real time because it doesn't take very long. Oops, leaking. 3 and 4. Okay, there's a fresh lime. The eggs on there to get rid of those. Okay. Keep this kind of sort of clean. I might need the teaspoon again. Then 2 cloves of garlic. So I'm using my fermented garlic. I got it from Amos Miller's farm in Pennsylvania through a co-op. 1 garlic clove. 2 garlic, that's a big one. 2 garlic cloves. And then I like to put like a teaspoon of this juice, or the garlic juice, in there. 1 of those. This is fermented. So, raw fermented. That's what you want. And then 2 teaspoons fresh herbs. I'm using cilantro we had left over last night. 2 teaspoons. I'm gonna eyeball it. That's about 1, and that's about 2. That's probably more like 3, but that's all right. And then I add, it says 4 tablespoons brine from a ferment, kombucha, sauerkraut, whey, etc. These are all fermented, so I'm gonna add a little bit of everything in here. Tablespoons. So I just do 2 heaping per tablespoon. This is about 3 teaspoons per tablespoon. So I got some salsa. That's roughly a tablespoon. And then I'm gonna put some fermented onions in here. Because why not, right? Those will blend up, and we're gonna blend this at the end of this, so these onions will blend up. 1, 2, 3. I had some sauerkraut, but I used it all, so I'm using onions and all these things, so it's gonna be pretty strong, and a little bit of the juice. That'll work. That's plenty of fermented stuff. Okay, and then the oil. It calls for avocado, grapeseed, or olive oil. I'm gonna mix a little bit of avocado and olive oil. So 2.5 cups. This is a 2-cupper, so I'm gonna measure. Where's the cup side? There's a cup side. I'm gonna do probably finish this bottle. I don't know. Nope, maybe. This is slow going. The bottle's taking forever. Come on now. Just to pour. I'm trying to get a cup in here. 1 cup of olive oil. There we go. About a cup, roughly. And then I'm going to add the rest avocado oil. Shout out to Azure Standard, another co-op for groceries. So avocado, 2 cups. That's 2 cups of oil. Let's try to pour this without spilling it. And then another 1/2 cup. Another 1/2 cup. It's 2.5 cups. So let's see. 1/2 cup oil. All right. And that's going to max out this jar just about to the top, which is fine. It does get a little bit iffy. Okay, let's move over here to the blender. I'm going to try to blend this up with a stick blender here. I'm going to start out a little, I guess I'll start out at 3, why not? So we're going to blend this starting at the bottom and work our way to the top. Ooh, it's spilling. I need a paper towel. A little much. I probably put too much fermented stuff in there than I normally do, which took up some space, but that's right. We'll just make a mess for now. Okay. It usually doesn't get this messy, but you know, first time for everything, right? Usually the longer you blend it, the thicker it gets, but sometimes you need to add more egg if it doesn't get thick enough. This is not too bad, thickness wise. Oof. Messy. Alrighty, let me get this off and put this in the sink. Let me taste it. Let's see. Ooh. A little salty. Might add less salt next time, but it's good. Now I clean up my mess and then put the lid on, label it. After this stage, you're supposed to leave it out on the counter for 8 to 10 hours. And before you go, ew, that's gross, you're gonna get food poisoning. We've had, I don't know, at least 10 jars of this stuff, I would say, close to that. At least we've given some away to neighbors or to a neighbor. And no one's gotten sick yet, so it's not that dangerous. Okay, when I put the lid on, I'll rinse it underwater to get all this off, but it's mostly clean. Okay. We'll wipe that up later. Let me get the lid. So that's what it looks like. Looks pretty good. Tastes pretty good. It's a little, I usually use lemon, so the limes are a little bit more tart, so it's kind of tart. It's a little bit salty, but it's good. On bread, it'll add a lot of flavor to your sandwiches. That's it. 8 to 10 hours, so it's 7 o'clock p.m., which is not great planning to do this, but yeah. 7, what is that? 8 hours later, 7 to 5? No, 7 to 3:30, something like that. Anyway, 3:30 in the morning, I'll probably leave this out and then put this in the fridge when I go to bed at probably like 11, 12 o'clock. And that should be good. You don't have to keep it out, but at least I've not kept it out and just put it right in the fridge. It works just fine. One thing though, if it's this one is a little bit loose, if you will. It's not thick or congealed as much as I like it. I like it a little bit thicker. I could have added more egg, but it was already full. I didn't want to add another egg. Is if you leave it out too long between usages, it will start to separate. It's still good, just mix it up together and still use it, but it will start to separate if it's like this. This is a loose, it's kind of jiggly, right? It's not thick. So this one will be more prone to separation if left out. But if it's thick, if you add another egg or half an egg or whatever, however you do it, add a yolk, that will help thicken this more, and it'll be resistant to separation with warmer temperatures. Right now it's fine. It'll be fine right now. But once you start using it and goes from hot or warm to cold, it will want to separate a little bit if it's this thin. So if you want it thicker, add another egg. That's all I got. That's mayonnaise, and that'll last 4 months, 3 to 4 months. I think it's 4 months. I gotta look it up to make sure, but I believe it's 4 months that'll last, and that's perfect. To take what, 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, about 10 to 15 minutes, maybe less after you get good at it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.